Hey everybody, real quick, I wanted you to pay attention to something on your Train Heroic app. You're going to have, each session will start when you click Start Session. That's a new little feature on your update. If you haven't updated your app yet, make sure you do so. But we turned on this feature. It's a readiness survey. And those readiness surveys are going to ask you 5 questions. It's a really quick, 1 to 5 type ranking on these questions. It starts out with your sleep quality from the night before. Then it goes to your mood, your energy level, your stress level, and then your level of soreness for the day. It's going to ask you these 5 questions basically to just get a quick, maybe a little bit more lifestyle evaluation on what we have going on, not just training assessment. So still enter in all your normal stuff like you normally would. It's just going to ask you this little readiness questionnaire. At the top, once you enter that readiness questionnaire, once you enter in those results, it's going to give you a readiness score. And so, like, for example, my readiness score the other day was a 3.4. Some of my athletes yesterday, as they were doing it, were in the 4s. The readiness score is, I'm not giving you something, some sort of a chart that's going to say, hey, if you're not at this readiness score, you can't do this, that, or the other. It's just really a way to evaluate you as the individual. So if I typically score around a 3.4 to a 3.7 in my readiness score, and then I score a 2.7 one day when I come in, well, there may be some additional factors coming into my performance that day, like my sleep, like my stress level, like my soreness, whatever that may be. So it's really just an evaluator on your own results, or a comparison type number on your own results, rather than really comparing you amongst 18 different people or something like that. So there's no baseline that I'm going to expect you to be at other than your own baseline. It's a way for us to evaluate lifestyle effect on training. So it gives us just a little bit more information about you. It's available to your coach more than anything else. It's not public to anybody else. So answer those things honestly. It takes no time at all, hardly at all. When you finish your session, there's also another feature on there. It's going to show you training time. You can actually edit that number there too. It'll do a running clock once you start your session, and it'll actually allow you, it'll actually be recording your time for you. But if you say just opened the app one day and didn't start training right then, it might be a obscure number there. So make sure that you can edit that if you want to. Less concerned about that as I am about the question that's above that, which is intensity level. So that's gauging the intensity or your assessment of the intensity that session. And that scores from a 1 to a 10, 1 being very easy, 10 being a brutal training session. And that's completely your own perception. And one thing that's important with that is my perception of a certain training intensity might be different than your perception. And so that's a way to evaluate how hard our workouts are, or how easy a workout was, how beat up someone might be during a weekly training session. So just a couple of features added to your app. The most important thing is it gives us more information about you to help us serve you better. So I really hope you guys take advantage of those features. You kind of have to do that readiness questionnaire before you would move into your training. That's why it's first. I hope that's not an annoyance for you, but I hope it's something that allows us to gain information and to be more effective in how we coach you, and also you to be able to learn a little bit more about your lifestyle and the process that you're going through in your lifestyle stuff, that how that might affect my training and my performance in the gym. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.